are watching Bedford Community Television's coverage of Division I field hockey, live from Bedford High School. Today's game has the undefeated Bedford Bulldogs hosting the undefeated Keene Blackbirds. I'm Scott O'Donnell, and alongside me is Ed Wolf, guest co-host for the night, as Pete McDonald has the night off. There's no question about this game. It is definitely the Division I field hockey game of the week. As we get ready to start play, Bedford 5-0 with wins over Salem, Bishop Girton, Nashua South, Merrimack, and Windham. Most notable is that Windham 4-1 win, Ed.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Scott, I think we're in for a great game tonight. Two undefeated teams, and I remember last season in the quarterfinal, Keene came down to play Bedford. It was a tough game, and Bedford did win that game, but these teams are full with a lot of young players, all juniors, now some are seniors, so let's have some fun.
Lots of talent on the field from Keene, also 4-0. So as we mentioned, two undefeateds battle it out tonight here in Bedford. Play is underway. Sophia Miller for the Keene Blackbirds works from the 40. Back pass as Keene tries to work the near side of the field. Miller back on the ball, just out of bounds as she was pressured by O'Keefe for Bedford. Junior midfielder Ella O'Keefe inserts, finds senior captain Amelia McDonald. McDonald goes back to Poirier. Poirier near side to Ray. Ray finds McDonald again. Bedford trying to control the play. McDonald tries to come near sideline, just a little too much and out of bounds at the 50. Keene will come back with it. It'll be Weber inserting for the Blackbirds. Weber into the center. O'Keefe is there, sends it upfield. As Keene defends from the 20, Maddie Kiley tries to pursue, but a foul is called in Keene's favor. Miller tries to move, goes off a foot, and Bedford slides it out of bounds at about the 15. Player to watch tonight, certainly the highlight for the Keene Blackbirds is number 21, Sophia Miller. Extremely talented field hockey player. New Hampshire HighSchoolSports.com has 4 Keene players on the watch list for this season. That's Avery Allaire, Sophia Miller, C.C. Whaley, and McKenna Nelson as Keene gets into the top of the shooter circle. Mia Catane checks up on it. Shot by the Blackbirds just wide to the right as number 35, McKenna Nelson, rips a shot. Got plenty on it there, Ed.
That was a big hit.
It'll be a free hit from the 16 for Bedford. O'Keefe trying to get around Miller. Miller pokes the ball off her stick. O'Keefe recovers. Keene gets it back, but Mary Lenti, the freshman for Bedford, sends it upfield to about the 50. Montagano chases it. Ball goes out in the middle of the field. Blackbirds control. Number 6, Whaley, over to number 3, Miller. Miller from the sideline, the end line, goes towards the net, but Brooke Poirier is there, and she clears and gets the balls out of harm's way.
Good defense by the Bulldogs there.
O'Keefe from the 25 clears it up to Montagano. Montagano goes far side quickly over to Kiley. Kiley from the 50, from the 40, sprinting up the field, goes far side, tries to turn to the defender, tries to send it across, doesn't get enough of it, and Keene recovers. It's number 35, Nelson, sends it center field, but O'Keefe gets it, puts it in towards the net, trying to catch Lenti on the break, but just out of her reach and just to the left and out of bounds. Keene will have a free hit from the 16. Keene comes near side to number 20, Weber. Weber sends it up the field and draws a foul off of Bedford, so it's going to be a free hit again. Sarah Weber, senior back for the Blackbirds. O'Donnell tries to intercept, but goes off her shin. It's going to be another free hit for Keene. Big lift from number 13. O'Donnell tries to knock it down. McDonald's there. She plays it, tries to advance it up the field, goes off her shin. And Keene's going to get a free hit back the other way. Ball pops up across the 40. Ray tries to send it up the field. Miller's there. And Miller draws a call. Foul against Bedford. It's going to be a free hit. O'Donnell on the reach there. They call that an obstruction. Montagano intercepts the pass at the 50.
Nice pass.
Finds Kylie. Kylie from the 30. Cuts up the field. Tries to get through the middle. Number 13 for Keene's there to clear it. But O'Keefe gets it back in. Far post. Trying to find Catane. Catane hacks at it. And because her stick came over the top of the other player's stick, that is a hack call. And that's going to be a free hit for Keene. Coming back out to the 16. Nelson sends it. Montagano, quick hands, knocks it down. Tries to advance towards the shooter circle. Lifts one, trying to find Kylie. Can't get through. And ball goes off the foot of a Keene player. And Bedford has their first corner. So when an infraction happens inside the shooter circle, that is called on the defensive team. The offensive team gets a free corner play. McDonald, senior captain, at the goal line, waiting for the referee's signal to insert the ball. Ball comes in to Kylie up top. Kylie rips one towards the net. O'Donnell on the rebound. Shot saved by the Keene goalie. Off the head of O'Donnell and out of bounds as it scrambled around. It's a good rebound. Nice pressure from the Bulldogs. And they're going to reward
Another corner
for the Bulldogs. Again, McDonald from the goal line. Referee gives a signal. McDonald to Kylie again. Kylie rips another one just left of the goal. Out of the reach of McDonald. Bedford Bulldogs, Ed.
Absolutely. I love to see the set plays as well.
Keene drives it up the field. McDonald's there, gathers it, squirts between two defenders, again advances the ball, pursuing, knocks it down. Nice play by Amelia McDonald as she comes up across the 15, sends it to Kylie. Kylie catches it before it goes out of bounds, and the referee's going to say, no, that went out of bounds. It's going to be a free hit coming back the other way for the Blackbirds. Far side. Nelson intercepted by Kylie. Kylie crosses, gets it in the shooter circle. Montagano leans at it, can't get to it. Number 11, Avery Allaire stick handles around the defensive zone for Keene. The ball comes up, ends up finding Nelson. She starts to charge up the field. McDonald's there to intercept. O'Donnell gets a backhand on it, finds Lenti. As Lenti comes across the 20 into the 15, trying to work the defender, gets a call, quickly sends it towards the shooter circle, but they're going to call a dangerous ball on that from the ball being lifted. O'Donnell knocks it down for the 25 for Bedford, finds Montagano. Montagano, top of the circle, trying to get into the shooting circle, does, rips a shot towards the net, hits Kylie's leg, and that's going to come back out to the 16 again, and a free hit for the Blackbirds.
I'll tell you what, Scott, love to see the pressure from the Bedford Bulldogs here. They've been keeping the ball in Keene's end.
They're certainly doing a great job, Ed, as O'Keefe finds O'Donnell top of the circle. O'Donnell spins, turns, gets a shot off, but too far wide and not in the vicinity of Kylie to try and get a deflection on that. Keene with another free hit. Big left. Ball comes all the way up in the air to the 40. Amelia McDonald gathers it smartly back to Brooke Poirier. Brooke Poirier goes far sideline to Hodgson Rogers. Hodgson Rogers trying to get up the field, gets across the 50, just loses the handle, it goes out of bounds. And Keene's going to come back the other way. Nelson, big rip up the field. Boy, that had a lot of steam on it. As the Blackbirds get in towards the goal mouth, shot on net. And a goal from the Blackbirds as they pursue hard towards the net. Initial save by Woldfinger, but Woldfinger couldn't keep it out as they just were relentless on that play. 1-0 Keene.
Yeah, Scott, that all started from the big hit, and the girls kept the pressure on the Bedford defense.
Quick transition from the Blackbirds. And you're right, Ed, that big hit just opened up the play. And then they just kept pursuing the ball all the way to the net. Nice job by the Blackbirds as they're up 1-0 here with just about 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Ball goes far side. Wallier tries to advance, but goes out of bounds. Be a free hit for Bedford. Catane finds O'Donnell about the 30. O'Donnell pops it up on her stick, juggles it, finds O'Keefe far side. O'Keefe turns to go, but Sophia Miller is there, stick handling around several players. Lenti comes back to help, slows the play down. O'Keefe finds Montagano at the 40. Montagano, nifty little move to pull that ball away from the Keene defender as she gets it up to the 30. Spins around, gets by two other defenders, and continues to pursue. Ends up going off Montagano's foot. It'll be a free hit for Keene. Big drive up the field. McDonald gets a hold of it. She comes near sideline. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Keene free hit. Miller gets the advantage, tries a lift upfield. Finds Scarlett Miller. Ball's battled for along the 30. Scarlett Miller into the top of the circle. Keene advances towards the net. Number 16, Stebbins, is defended nicely by the Bedford defender. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford coming out at the 16. Poirier lifts it. Miller knocks it down with her body. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. O'Keefe tries a turn quickly. Sends it. Knocked down by number 24, Ella Rice. That comes near sideline. Lenti has it. She's trying to stick handle around the Keene player. Finds O'Donnell back towards the center of the field. O'Donnell to MacDonald. MacDonald, far side. Out to Grace Wolf, junior midfielder. Wolf sends it nicely down the sideline. Catches Kylie. Kylie tries a spin and turn on the Jets, but the Keene defense is there as they knock it down and draw a call. And Avery Allaire will have a free hit for the Blackbirds. Allaire sends it far sideline, just out of the reach of her teammate. Grace Wolf from the 40 tries to get it into O'Donnell. Quick zipper pass by O'Donnell with a give and go to Wolf. And nicely defended there by Nelson for Keene. Nelson comes charging up the field, but Catane gets a stick on it with a nice jab. Finds O'Donnell, Tegan O'Donnell, up across the 30. Sophia Miller chases her down and steals the ball back. And then draws a foul. Keene with a free hit. Takes a swipe at it, misses it. It's going to be a dangerous stick. Bedford's going to get a free hit. O'Donnell quickly finds Kylie, top of the circle. Kylie looking for room, tries a backhand, gets knocked down by the Keene defender. And Keene comes charging back up the field, but Catane is there. Catane back to Kylie, down along the 15. She's trying to find Montagano. Montagano reaches in, draws a foul quickly. Montagano working left and right. Goes backhand to get the ball towards the net. Lenti goes for it. Can't get there in time as Keene clears out of the shooter circle. Back comes McDonald for Bedford. She's working the 20. Trying to advance the ball. Sophia Miller intercepts. Sophia Miller quickly up the field for Keene. Gets it across the 50. Catane slows it down. Chips it over to Poirier. Poirier back to Catane at the 35. Catane finds Grace Wolf at the 50. Nice passing from the Bedford Bulldogs as Maddie Kylie goes down the sideline. Kylie sends it, trying to catch Montagano on the run. Ball bouncing. Montagano has it, sends it towards the net. looking for rebounds here. Montagano again pursuing the ball, and it's going to go off her foot. Good effort from Bedford. Nice passing up that sideline, Ed.
Absolutely, and it all started with Mia Catane's play on defense there, taking control of the ball, passing it out, and we had several passes on that drive.
Ball out of bounds. Grace Wolf for Bedford will have it from about the 38-yard line. Sends it nicely down to Kylie, right on the stick. Montagano has it. Montagano tries to turn in the shooter circle. Can't get it there. O'Donnell tracks it down. Spins back around, trying to work back towards the 20. Tries a backhand and ends up losing the ball as Miller and Keene charge back the other way. Miller up to number 5, Thatcher. Thatcher in the shooter circle, gets a shot off. Wolfinger tries to knock it away, just out of her reach, and the ball goes wide of the net. Nice job by Wolfinger coming out and cutting down that angle, as the Blackbirds had a nice scoring opportunity there.
Absolutely.
Catane tries to go far sideline. Intercepted by Nelson. Nelson drives towards the shooter circle. Working hard to try and get it out to the front of the net. Catane's there. Chops at it. It's going to be off the foot of Catane. And with 10 seconds on the clock, time will end up expiring in this first quarter, but not before Keene has an opportunity to make this 2-0 with their first corner of the night. McDonald, Poirier, Ray, Catane back on the gold line with Wolfinger. Inserted by Keene. Top of the circle. Rip a shot towards the net. Wolfinger with a pad save. Ball circles around. She kicks at it almost out of the shooter circle. It stays alive. Lenti finally gets a stick on it and knocks it into a Keene player. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. As we stand 1-0, the visiting Blackbirds are up on the Bedford Bulldogs.
Well, I'll tell you what, Scott. This is what I expected coming into this game today. Was a hard-fought game. Both teams playing with a lot of grit and playing with a lot of energy. About 50-50 in regards to possession. Couple big hits on the Keene side. Looking forward for the next 3 quarters. Should be fun.
It certainly will be. And, that big hit, like you mentioned, from Nelson, boy, can she rip the ball.
Absolutely.
And getting it up the field so quickly. And it seems like a set play to me, Ed. Those Keene players were waiting for it. Those forwards were way up the field, not sucked back beyond the 50. They were up, into the Bedford end waiting on that, almost Hail Mary type of play. So they were jumping with numbers very quickly in transition, and that makes for a difficult defensive effort. But, we know Coach Godra will come out with a game plan to address that in the second half, as we have 1 minute before the players come back and take the field. Keene, I really want to highlight the fact, again, they're undefeated, 4-0 so far. Wins over Exeter, Londonderry, Winnacunnet, and Timberlane. Probably the one that stands out the most, Ed, is a season opener for them at home. They win 3-2 over Exeter,
Yep.
Which has a phenomenal team again this year and has over the last several years. So Keene really brought everybody to attention there with that opening victory to start the season.
Yeah, and one thing I've been looking at the stats here. They played 4 games. They've scored 18 goals. So they are scoring goals in each game, and they've only given up 2 goals in 4 games. Bedford, on the other hand, has played 5 games. We ourselves have been scoring a lot of goals. We have 18 goals, and our defense has played well. We've only given up 2 goals. So, like I said earlier, this is going to be a great game, and both teams are well coached. And it goes back to your comment, Scott, of the set play from the inbounds play. That's a sign of good coaching.
Certainly is. And this Keene program, I remember last year talking to the Keene coach. She talked about how well they integrate with Keene State College out there that has a field hockey program,
Yes.
and how involved and supportive the colleges and the college players are of the girls in town that want to develop field hockey skills and play. And I'm sure they play other sports, Ed.
Absolutely. I know I have a colleague of mine who lives in Keene, and his wife actually coaches lacrosse there, and has told me that she coaches half of these girls in lacrosse, and says they're all great athletes. So that's what I expect from last year. We knew they were a good team coming into today.
As Bedford gets another infraction, and the Blackbirds are going to have another opportunity here. 14-25, so we're right into the start of the second quarter for you folks at home. And we'll see what the Blackbirds have in store. Ball inserted, top of the circle, shot towards the net. McDonald knocks it down, spins around. But there is Ray as she knocks it out of the shooter circle. But quickly right back in by Sophia Miller. Sophia Miller gets it towards the net, and ball gets knocked out of bounds.
Sky, I just want to make a comment. I saw McDonald there. She had the stick down and made a great defensive play there, and that's the key. Beautiful.
Yep, those sticks downs are big, that's for sure. Nice give and go with the Blackbirds as they get back in the shooter circle, but there's McDonald again. Smooth, calm, and collected as she gets it up and out of harm's way to the 20. Finds Montagano. Montagano finding O'Keefe. O'Keefe with a big rip at it. Gets all the way up to about the 50 and goes out of bounds. That'll push the Blackbirds back a little bit. Apparently the referee's calling that one off a Keene stick. So it'll be Bedford's ball. O'Keefe. Nice pass.
Nice.
Right out to the middle. Finding Piciantini. Piciantini knocks it down. Tries to turn, but isn't able to advance as this Keene defense is really tough. Catane, far side. Catane tries to pop it over the Keene stick, but can't. As it's battled for at the 35, Montagano gets the call, tries to go quickly, but Nelson was there for Keene. Now Piciantini gives it another try. She tries to advance the ball up, sends it up to the 40, and back the other way come the Blackbirds. Scarlett Miller goes far side to Sophia Miller. Back to Scarlett Miller. Scarlett Miller sends it towards the net. Wolfiger with a quick pad save as she kicks it out of harm's way. As Keene was mounting a quick attack there once again. It's still going to be their ball from the 25. O'Keefe steps up, but it goes off her foot. Sophia Miller pulls it back. She's at about the 18. She's spinning around looking for an opening, trying to find a spot. McDonald is there, knocks it down, sends it out, but they're going to call an infraction on the Bulldogs, and it's going to be another corner for the Blackbirds.
Yeah, McDonald was smart, kicking the ball out. I'll tell you what, Scott, Bulldogs are taking a lot of pressure in this quarter. This is where we find out what teams are made of.
Exactly, Ed. They haven't really felt, this kind of adversity and pressure yet this season. A little bit from BG as the ball comes up top to Miller. Miller slips it to Nelson. Nelson shot on net. Beautiful save by Wolfiger. She kicks it out of the way, trying to clear it. Ball comes back in. Another nice pad save. Wolfiger's on fire with three beautiful saves in a row and just kept this a 1-0 game as the Blackbirds mount an absolutely offensive onslaught there. Keene, far side, trying to get it back into the shooter circle. McDonald jabs at it. Poirier's there. She scoops it up, goes baseline, comes up the far side, sends it. That ball carries the sideline all the way up across the 50 and just out of bounds. It'll be a Keene free hit. Anto Shevitz tries to insert it. Ella Putney checks into the game. She tries to get it up the field. Knocked down again by the Keene defender. Grace Wolf gets a stick on it from the 40. Pushes the ball up to the 30, trying to catch Putney. Putney and Wolf put pressure on the Keene defender. Nice move by Ella Putney. She goes down low to Picientini. Picientini into the shooter circle. Tries to advance the ball. Nicely defended by Nelson for Keene. Nelson, big hit up the far sideline and out at about the 36. That'll be a free hit for Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf tries to find McDonald. Bouncing ball. McDonald calms it down. Goes far side to Catane. Catane at the 45. Catane gets stripped by the Blackbirds. And they draw a foul. Nelson quickly rips it up the field. Poirier gets it. Knocks it down. Tries to clear it. Coming near side. Looking for space. Sends it up to Lenti, just out of bounds as Lenti couldn't get back far enough to keep it from going across the out of bounds line. Big lift, down to the 25. McDonald knocks it down. Players from Keene did not give her 5 yards. So when a player lifts the ball and it gets in the air like that, all players have to give the player that is playing the lift 5 yards or it's an infraction. You got to let her play the ball out of the air and then start play. Nelson towards the shooter circle. Ray knocks it down, tries to find O'Keefe. O'Keefe, great hustle.
Great speed.
Stick handles nicely by the Keene player, sends it up the field, but it goes out of bounds just across the 50. I think that was a fine play, Ed, by O'Keefe to get the ball out of trouble.
Well, absolutely. And, I don't know if you know this, Scott, but Ella O'Keefe is an all-state girls track. She is super fast, one of the fastest girls in the state of New Hampshire. So I'm not surprised that she was able to get to the ball.
Montagano goes far side to Wolf. Wolf, far sideline, finds Putney. Putney, across the 20, trying to stick handle around the Keene defender, but they knock the ball down, try to clear it. Catane is there. Catane up to Montagano. Montagano, quick spin move. Sends it towards the net. Into the circle. Picientini spins. Tries to get a stick on it. Just out of her reach. Putney chops at it. Goes to the front of the crease. And the referee is going to blow the whistle.
Set play.
And it's going to be a Bedford corner. Is this our second corner of the game?
This is actually our third corner
of the game for Bedford.
Keene has 3. We have 3.
About 7:20 on the clock, second quarter. Senior captain McDonald from the goal line. Sends it up top, finds Putney. Putney back in. McDonald tries to get it again. But Nelson is there. McKenna Nelson playing a heck of a game for the Blackbirds as she clears the ball out of harm's way. Wolf into Montagano. Montagano. Stick handles between 2 defenders. Big chop at the back of Montagano's stick. She's going to draw the call. Montagano trying to get some room. Sends it towards the net. Picientini with a backhand. Lenti tries to get a stick on it. And it's going to be a free hit for Keene. Sophia Miller wastes no time sending the ball out the other way. Miller from the 40. In and around 3 Bedford defenders, draws another call. She advances the ball up, and it goes off the foot of Anna Ray for Bedford, so she's going to have a free hit. Miller rips one high. That's going to be a dangerous ball, and a free hit coming back the other way for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Sophia Miller is a very good player. Handling the ball great.
O'Keefe sends it up to Putney. Putney from the 40. Putney comes near side, spins. Tries to find O'Keefe, but knocked down there by Miller as she sends it further down the field. And that ball is going to go all the way out of bounds through the Bedford end. So that ball will come back up to 16. It'll be a free hit for Bedford. Ray, junior defender for Bedford, will take it from the 16. She goes near sideline, a little too hot on that, and O'Keefe just can't handle it as it goes out of bounds. Miller goes down low to Scarlett Miller. Tries to pop it up over the defender's stick. Referee's going to blow the call dead. Blow the play dead, excuse me. And that'll be a free hit for the Bulldogs from the 14. Ray, near side, tipped by O'Keefe. Comes back out to center. Keene tries to switch fields. Wolf is there to slow Nelson down. She pops it up over the defender's stick. Ball comes up. They're going to get a call in their favor as they quickly get into the circle.
Stick down.
And I think the Bulldogs just got lucky there as Sophia Miller was cutting towards the center and the ball was coming into the top of the shooter circle. Montagano for Bedford. Goes far side. Grace Wolf. Wolf down the sideline. Nicely
Nice
to Avery
pass.
Girasol, who's checked into the game. Avery Girasol up across the 20. Stick handling across the 15. Nicely defended by the Blackbirds. And Nelson comes back the other way. She sends it up to the 50. Keene comes quickly. Thatcher over to Miller. Miller with full control. Slides it down to Scarlett Miller. Poirier trying to defend, jabbing at it. And ends up jabbing it out of bounds. It'll be a free hit for the Blackbirds. Nicely defended by Poirier. Sophia Miller, quick spin move, inside out. Draws two defenders. Drags the ball into a foot. Goes to the center of the net with the ball, but nicely defended as Keene ran over, got the ball out from the front of the goal mouth, but unfortunately the Bulldogs end up committing a foul, and it's going to be another corner opportunity for the Blackbirds.
This will be Keene's fourth corner of the game.
Bedford defenders are set. Referee blows a whistle. Ball inserted. Top of the circle, Sophia Miller. Slides to Nelson. Nelson, shot. Goldfinger, pad save, back up. Ball scrambled in front. And nicely defended again by Wolfinger, who's just played amazing between the pipes tonight.
Outstanding job.
Bedford for the free hit. Tries to clear it. Weber for Keene, tries to go back the other way. Loses the handle. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Referee stops the play. Lets the players reset. Ray for Bedford. Looking for an opening. Goes quickly to O'Keefe. Just off O'Keefe's stick and out of bounds. Weber tries to insert. McDonald is there, gathers it up, tries to stick handle out by popping the ball up, but it hits Sophia Miller in the arm, and they're going to get a free hit. Miller spins 360, trying to get towards the net, and that ball is going to come back out to the 25-yard line. Minute 45 left on the clock, second quarter here. Keene still up 1-0. They're certainly putting on the pressure. Big rip from Miller. McDonald is there. Quickly gets it out. But back into the circle comes Keene. Poirier gets a stick on it. They're battling for it. Shot out in front. Wolfinger trying to get to the ball. And Keene moves the ball out of harm's way and out the sideline. Again, a great defensive stance by the Bedford Bulldogs. Boy, Ed, the Blackbirds just keep coming.
They really are. The possession that they have is probably 80% this half.
O'Donnell tries to send Picientini. The ball was on a bounce. Wasn't able to hold onto it. Putney tries to handle it. It pops up, grabs her. Hits her in the arm. So it'll be a free hit for Keene coming back the other way. Big lift from the Keene defender. Up the field. Keene is there from about the 30. She's going far sideline looking for an opening. Tries to find Grace Wolf to just out of bounds. 30 seconds on the clock.
Hey, Scott, this is the same play as earlier today when they scored. Inbounding.
Well, nicely defended
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it was.
At least slowed them down as they come charging back in. Ray knocks it out. Sophia Miller trying to advance it into the shooter circle, drags it into Ray's feet, and it's going to be just outside the shooter circle, so it doesn't draw a call, and O'Donnell rips one out of play and out of harm's way. What a game we have here, Ed.
Absolutely.
1-0.
This is what we expected coming into this game, and I'll tell you what, Scott. I am not surprised on the way Keene is playing. We knew from last season that they were a good team. They're well coached. They're young, and you've been talking about Sophia Miller all game, and she really is um, dominating the game right now. I can say, and looking forward to the second half. And couple stats we have right now. We had 7 corners total. Keene had 4. Bedford had 3. Uh, Nobody scored on the corners. The only goal that was scored by Keene was on the inbounds play from the big hit, and that's how we got to 1-0.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Ed, Sophia Miller, I mean, the stick work is unbelievable, and she has that patented move
Yeah.
where she starts the stick handle, she does a 360, and then goes back the other way. It confuses defenders, and if she doesn't have an opening after that, she just drags the ball right into the defender's feet, boom, whistle, and now she's got a free hit. She's done that probably 4 or 5 times tonight. It's very difficult to defend once she gets the ball on her stick. It'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs do here in the second half and how they counter this attack from the Blackbirds.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a break here. We'll be back in about 5 minutes to start play at halftime. So 1-0, Keene Blackbirds lead the home team, Bedford Bulldogs.
Welcome back, Scott.
As the players come back onto the field to start the third quarter, still 1-0.
Yeah, and this week Keene has 3 away games this week. They're in Bedford today, and then in a couple days they're going to be traveling to Portsmouth, and then at the end of the week they will be traveling to Pinkerton. So this is the tough part of their schedule, all on the road.
Ball in play. O'Donnell from the 35 comes near side to Wolf. Wolf tries to go up the sideline, just loses a handle out of bounds. Nelson for Keene sends it up the field, all the way past the goal mouth, far right side and out the end goal line. That'll be a free hit for Bedford, back at the 16. Ray for Bedford will set up. Ray tries to find Montagano. Just a little bit out of her reach, but Montagano quickly recovers across the 50. Stick handles nicely. Comes near side to Maddie Kiley. Maddie Kiley up across the 30 and the 25. Kiley sends it back into Montagano. Montagano handles nicely into the shooter circle. Tries to go backhand, catch O'Donnell. Can't quite get it to her. As the ball comes back out and the Blackbirds come charging up the field. Nice stick handling by Scarlett Miller, sophomore forward for the Blackbirds, as she stick handled right into Ray's feet to get the call. McDonald comes near side to Catane. Catane trying to find Grace Wolf. Wolf trying to get it into the center of the field, has to spin. Nelson's there for Keene as she stick handles along the sideline and out of play. Grace Wolf for Bedford from the 40. Looking for an opening. Finds Montagano. Montagano, nice ball. Near sideline, out to the 28. Kiley gets it. Chips it past the defender. In to Lenti. Lenti drives towards the net. Chips at the ball. Spins. Chips at it again. Trying to get it towards the net. Nicely defended by the Blackbirds as they get it out of harm's way and send the ball all the way up the field back to the 35 where Brooke Poirier for Bedford gets it. Finds Tegan O'Donnell right about center field. O'Donnell finds Grace Wolf. Wolf near sideline finds Kiley again. Kiley from the 10. tries a swipe at it, just misses. And Keene is going to get a free hit. Nelson rips one. O'Donnell tries to go quickly to Kylie, but it gets knocked down by the Keene player. Up across the 40 comes Keene. McDonald. She knocks it down. Tries to go far side to Ella O'Keefe. O'Keefe from the 40. Trying to catch Montagano. Just out of her reach. She nicely pokes it away from the Keene defender. Gets a hold of it. And now Keene, Weber, on the far sideline, trying to keep it away from Montagano. O'Keefe gathers it. Tries to send it towards the circle. Just doesn't catch Kylie. And the ball goes out of bounds, short side of the net. And it's going to be a free hit for the Blackbirds.
Yeah, this is nice to see, Scott. Bedford is really putting a lot of pressure. It seems they've made an adjustment, driving the ball up the right-hand side of the field.
They certainly have, as Nelson moves the ball up across the 50. McDonald tries to slow Stebbins down. Miller up across the 30. Miller, inside out move, into traffic. And again, she gets it right into the feet of the defender. Gets a free hit. Sophia Miller from the 19. Beautifully read by Grace Wolf as she steps up and intercepts the pass. Ball battled for along the 25. It's going to be a free hit for Keene. Nice defensive play as Grace Wolf read the pass and was able to slow the Blackbirds down. Ball comes back in. O'Donnell knocks it out of the air. Tries to go far side. Does get it through the defender. Grace Wolf from the 35. Gets it up to the 40. But Nelson is there. Nelson takes a swipe at it. Ball gets knocked up the field. Across the 25. McDonald is there for Bedford. She controls, goes far sideline. O'Keefe tries to chase it down, but just out of her reach and out of bounds. Keene from the 30. Trying to control the ball. Goes back. Lenti's there. Steals it from the Keene player. Finds Montagano. Montagano, quick move to the right side. Finds Kylie as she comes across the 25 with speed. Kylie advances into the circle. Tries to get a stick on it. Swipes at it. Just can't make contact. And they're going to call a dangerous stick on Kylie on that. It's going to be a free hit coming back the other way for Keene. Kylie knocks it down out of the air. But Keene's there. Sends it up to the 35. McDonald plays control. Has the ball knocked off her stick by C.C. Whaler. And out of bounds, it's going to be a Bedford free hit. Wolf goes back to Catane. Catane trying to switch fields quickly over to Poirier. Poirier, far side to Ray. Ray tries to get it up to the 50. Can't quite handle it. Tries a block tackle, and Miller just bounces it off her stick and into Ray's leg, and that's going to be a side out, and it'll be Keene's ball. Keene controls from the 40. Try to catch Miller, far sideline. Once again, she tips it into the feet of the Bedford defender, and it's going to be another free hit for Keene. Miller, big lift all the way up to the 25, but there is Amelia McDonald, senior captain, as she knocks it down and comes charging up the field. Stick handling up across the 40. Finds Lenti far side. Freshman Mary Lenti tries to get it back into the center of the field, but stolen by the Keene defender. And they work the far side, but O'Donnell gets it from the 40. O'Donnell lays it out to the 50 as Catane runs up on top of the ball. She tries to push it up the field from the 30. Attempted block tackle there, but it goes off the foot of a Keene player. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Wolf to O'Donnell. Montagano, inside out move, looking for room. Stick handling, smartly back to Amelia McDonald to control the play. McDonald, nice sweep play, trying to catch somebody cutting towards the net, but nobody was home. and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a free hit for Keene from the 16.
And Scott, it's really good to see Bedford's playing on their toes right now. You could tell they're putting the pressure on. The adjustments they made are really paying off right now.
Yeah, whatever Gaudreau said to them on the sideline is clicking. So
Yep.
we'll see if they can turn this into offense and get a ball in the back of the net. 7:30 on the clock, third quarter. Keene 1-0 over Bedford. And we have an official stop and play as we're trying to reset. The clock will go to 7:37 and get back underway. Big lift from the Keene player. Keene is there. She knocks it down about the 40, sends it up the field. Mary Lenti, the freshman, trying to stick handle around the Keene player, but Keene knocks it off of her stick, and Sophia Miller grabs it. Miller leaves it for her defender as she slides up the field. They catch Miller, and she tries to spin, but O'Donnell is there to quickly knock it off her stick and into her feet. So free hit for Bedford. Back in towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for help, finds McDonald. McDonald, head up, surveys the field, finds Keene near side. Keene from the 45 back to McDonald. McDonald looking for someone to get open. Finds Ray. Ray handles it. Tries to go far sideline to O'Keefe. O'Keefe quickly gathers it. Tries to send it in to O'Donnell. Doesn't quite get there as the Keene defender takes it and starts to run out and then draws a call. Nelson for Keene. Gets her on Montagano. Up across the 50 and the 40. Ray tries to slow her. Nice defensive play by Ray as she picks Nelson's pocket and steals the ball for the Bulldogs. Bedford tries to break out, but Keene knocks it back in. Miller from the 10. Slides it towards the front of the net. Oh, wide open. Back door was number 3, Scarlett Miller, and they just didn't connect on that. Beautiful play again by Sophia Miller. Ball comes up, Allaire for Keene, looking for an opening. Grace Wolf tries to defend. Nice jab there from Wolf. Ball goes over to number 19 for Keene. Gets in the shooter circle. They try reverse. Big stick on that. Keene comes in, clears the ball out, tries to slide it out of the way, takes a big swipe at it, and ends up catching the hand of number 3, Scarlett Miller. Hope she's okay. She appears to be all right. Nelson working the 5, tries to go goal line. Poirier sticks the stick out and is able to slow down
Good defense.
The offensive attempt. O'Donnell picks it up, finds O'Keefe, tries to go far side. O'Keefe gives hustle as she chased it down, but not in time as it went out of bounds. Bedford, again, trying to clear it, finds Montagano. Montagano trying to get up the field. Slowed down there again by the Keene defender. O'Donnell, quick back pass to McDonald. McDonald looking for an opening. Tries to lay it out for Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf comes back in time to get to it, but just can't handle it as it goes out of bounds at about the 35. McKenna Nelson, number 35 for Keene. Tries to go around Grace Wolf. Draws a call. Nelson from the 30. Rips one towards the circle. McDonald knocks it down. Beautiful sweep by McDonald. She tries to drive it upfield, but doesn't get there in time as the ball crosses the out-of-bound line. Nelson for Keene. Trying to find an opening. Blackbirds advance. They're going to draw a call. And a free hit from about the 18. Nelson slides it down low to her teammate. They go into the circle. Tegan O'Donnell is there to gather it and get it out of harm's way as she finds Lenti far sideline. Ball gets turned back around by Keene, and they again put on more offensive pressure as Miller stick handles right into the feet of Poirier and does it once again. Sophia Miller with the stick work draws a foul, and it'll be another Keene corner.
This will be the first corner of the second half.
3 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Keene's up 1-0. Miller has put on a show with the stick handling tonight. As Keene inserts. Ball comes to the top of the circle. Miller slides it to Nelson. Nelson looking for room. Stick handles. Goes backhand. Shot, score! Keene Blackbirds up 2-0 off a beautiful reverse chip shot from McKenna Nelson. Nice goal by the Blackbirds. 2-0.
Yeah, that was a nice set play by Keene. Keene did a nice job setting that up. They put their stick down, made the right pass, and the right shot.
Out to the 50. Montagano finds Lydia Denon, who checks into the game just off her stick. She chases it back down, battles for it. Good hustle from Denon. Ball comes to number 19, Bellaro. O'Keefe knocks that down, tries to send it downfield. Denon is there. Denon finds Kylie. Kylie looking for room, moves left, moves right. Tries to go wide, sends it towards the net. Ball into the shooter circle, but the Keene defender is there. She tries to send it, pops it up off of Kylie's arm, but they're going to call it a free hit for Keene. Big lift. O'Donnell goes to play it, draws a foul because she didn't get 5 yards. She goes quickly to the 20. Tries to send it in. She's looking for Montagano, pops it up. Ball goes in the air. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Tegan O'Donnell goes 5 yards, finds Montagano. Montagano looking for room. Shot towards the net. Kylie on the deflect. Lenti on the rebound, trying to get it back towards the goal mouth. Ball goes out far side. And Keene is able to drive it out of the shooter circle. O'Keefe gives chase, turns, and rips one, but it goes off the Keene player's leg. They're going to call a dangerous hit. Nice defensive plays by the Keene Blackbirds, as they kept the ball from going in the back of the net. Just under a minute to play in the third quarter. Bedford has woken up, Ed.
Yeah, they have. And you've seen a lot of pressure by both sides.
Ball far side of the field, up across the 50. Lenti looking for a spot. Sends it to Denon. Denon near side, tries to go up across the 40. Draws a call. Tegan O'Donnell from the 39. Big lift upfield, finds Kylie nicely at about the 10. Kylie gathers it. 17 seconds left. And goes off of Kylie's foot. It's going to be a free hit for the Keene player as she comes near sideline to Nelson. Nelson, nice stick handle move. Catane is there for Bedford. Finds O'Donnell, and time runs out at the end of the third quarter. Well, the adjustments that Coach Gaudreau has made are working.
Yes.
As we've seen some more offensive play by the Bedford Bulldogs. Still doesn't change the result on the scoreboard. Keene is up 2-0, Ed.
Yeah, and I have to say that the effort is there. Both teams are working hard. The difference was that one corner that Keene had, and that's where they scored their second goal of the game on a set play. So.
Well, I'll tell you, Addie Wolfinger, senior goaltender for the Bedford Bulldogs, has played an absolutely amazing game in net, and certainly kept the Bulldogs in this thing.
She sure has, and she's there's been a lot of shots. She's almost like, one of those goalies in hockey where you ride a goalie all the way to the hockey playoffs in the Stanley Cup. That's how she's playing right now. So We got 1 quarter left, Scott, and Bedford is down, but we'll see what happens in the second in this fourth quarter.
Well, there's certainly plenty of time for Bedford to mount an attack and get a couple quick goals and even this game up. Really, anything can happen. And I think this is great for the Bulldogs to have some diversity here and adversity, excuse me, and try and see how they're going to respond. Down 2-0 late in the game, 1 quarter to go, and we'll see what they have in store.
Yeah, and you know what else, Scott? It's early in the season, right? So, this is, we'll see what happens in the fourth quarter, but this is an opportunity for a team to come together as they go through a little adversity in today's game.
We have 30 seconds left on the break, and the players will come back and take the field here shortly. Again, you're watching Bedford Community Television as a horn sounds, and
that's it. And you know what, Scott? Look, it's a full moon tonight. Full moon, 7:30 night in the great state of New Hampshire.
So anything can happen, Ed.
Anything can happen.
That's right. Or stranger things have happened.
Yes.
It'll be Bedford's ball. Lenti quickly back to Montagano. Montagano far side to O'Keefe. Montagano chips it back to O'Keefe. She charges up the field, up across the 45. Finds Lenti. Lenti looking for help. Finds Montagano. Montagano, nice big lift up the field. Ella Putney from the corner spins, tries to get the ball toward the shooter circle, but can't as Keene counters. Ray tries to send the ball. It ends up going off the leg of a Keene player to be a free hit for Bedford. Ray to O'Keefe. O'Keefe trying to find Montagano again, just can't get the ball there. As Keene comes charging up the field, Thatcher. Ball goes up. Catane is there. Catane tries to clear it, but there's McKenna Nelson again. Nelson, stick handling, trying to work around Catane and does a nice job protecting the ball as it gets in the shooter circle. Ray tries to clear it. Can't. Ball bounces around. Miller comes all the way back to 25, scoops it up, stick handles right into O'Keefe's feet again. Miller. Far side. Ball inserted towards the shooter circle, backside of the net. McKenna shot on net. Beautiful save by Wolfinger again to keep this a 2-0 game.
Great save by Addie Wolfinger.
Boy, Sophia Miller is just giving the Bedford defenders fits.
Yes.
With that stick work and just dragging it back into their feet. She did it again, got the free hit, and then created that play there, coming backdoor towards Nelson. And once again, Wolfinger with a beautiful save keeps Bedford alive. Poirier, near sideline to Catane. Catane trying to find Denon, goes out of bounds. Referee's going to give Bedford the benefit of the call. Catane tries to lift it, doesn't get all of it. Denon's there. She goes after it. She chops at it, gets a call. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Referee's going to push Catane back to the 35. Catane finds an opening, gets it to Montagano. Montagano, stick handles up across the 40. Beautiful backhand to Kylie with speed. Kylie up across the 15, towards the shooter circle, knocked down nicely by the Blackbirds, and they clear the ball out of harm's way. Number 8, Zalaski, sends it upfield to Scarlett Miller as she comes charging up.
Nice play by Mia Catane.
Mia Catane as she slows the play down. Nicely done.
Mia Catane, I believe, was an All-State defender last year, Scott.
I think so too, Ed. Ball over to Montagano again from the 50. Montagano trying to find a spot. Slides the ball back to McDonald. McDonald near side to Catane. Catane looking for an opening. Finds Denon. Denon chops it up over the defender. Denon up across the 35. Finds Kylie. Kylie tries to advance, but nicely played by the Keene defender as she knocks it down and stops the offensive charge from the Bulldogs. Ball lifted up across the 50. Ray is there. Finds Montagano again. Montagano to the 50. Goes far sideline to O'Keefe. O'Keefe tries to go back to Montagano. Just out of her reach. Ball does get to the 50, but McDonald is there. McDonald trying to create some offense. Finds Kylie, top of the shooter circle. Kylie going left, looking for an opening. Swipes at the backhand reverse. Ball pops up and out of bounds. Just wasn't able to get it on net as she was trying to get the ball quickly into an offensive position.
That was a nice play. Started with McDonald carrying the ball up, making the right pass.
Ball far sideline, goes out of bounds at about the 38. It's going to be Bedford's ball. Ray sends the ball back. Little far for Poirier. She chases it down though, gets it to Catane. Catane stick handles quickly with speed. Finds Denon.
Nice.
Denon from the 50. Up again to Kylie. On her stick. Beautiful pass. Kylie. Watch out. Got some room. Finds O'Keefe. O'Keefe from the 20. Spins. Tries to advance the ball. The Keene defender once again is there to get the ball knocked down and knock it out of harm's way. Bellaro again with a nice defensive play for Keene. Montagano from the 30. Looks for Denon. Nelson's there for Keene. She chops it out of harm's way. Ball comes flying back up the field. Thatcher gives chase for Keene. Gets around Poirier. From the 20, she draws a call on Poirier. It's going to be a free hit. Miller's going to run up to about the 32. She'll take it. She's looking for an opening. Stick handles around two Bedford players. Goes down low. Ball comes into the shooter circle. Poirier's there. Tries to clear it. Miller back at the net. Ball comes up and goes off the leg of a Keene player. And it'll be a free hit for Bedford.
Yeah.
Just under 9 minutes left on the clock. 2-0 Keene.
That was a nice shot.
Ball far side. Bedford trying to work the ball up the field. Quick stick handle move from Ray. Montagano tries to help. Not a lot of room there as the Keene defenders do a nice job pushing her out of bounds. She then tries to go down the sideline off a Keene stick. Gets a little more territory. From the 45, O'Keefe. O'Keefe sends it in. Finds Kylie. Kylie moves left and right. Ends up getting the ball off her foot. It's going to be a free hit. Nicely played by Nelson, who's had a heck of a game tonight for the Blackbirds. Nelson rips it up the field, right onto the stick of her teammate, Thatcher. Thatcher goes far side to Scarlett Miller. Scarlett Miller chases, but Poirier's there. And Sophia Miller reaches for it, but it goes off of Poirier's stick, and it's going to be Keene ball. Ball at the 35. Ella Putney trying to get it up the sideline. Keene is just stifling the Bedford play every single time they try to get up the field. Now we find Kylie at the 50. Kylie looking for help. Three players charging up the field. She's looking to pass it up. Up across the 20. She's looking for this cross pass. She does. She finds back shelf. Oh, Denon was just there.
So close.
Almost gets it in. What a beautiful play by Maddie Kylie. And a great effort from Lydia Denon as she almost converts on that cross pass.
No, they missed by a hair.
Keene clears it out all the way back into the Bedford end. Catane uses her body trying to come up the sideline, but ball gets knocked out of bounds as Thatcher did a nice job defending Catane. Nelson, near sideline. finds a teammate. Keene knocks it out of bounds. Nelson will come back up. Nelson sends it in. Ball comes back. Kylie sends it far side. Avery Girasol gives chase. Just can't handle it as a bouncing ball. That was a right idea and a great try by Kylie to find her open teammate way up the field.
Avery did a nice job getting behind the defense on that play.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of that, Ed. Yeah. You know, that's them spreading the fields, and that hopefully can create some opportunity here.
Yeah.
Ball comes across the 45. Poirier's there. Knocks it out of bounds. Knocks it off the Keene's player's stick. And once again, Miller drags the ball into the defender's feet, gets a free hit. Miller from the 20. Stick handles, goes far side, cuts in between O'Keefe and Montagano and draws another call. Keene free hit from the 10, try to go down low. Montagano quickly turns to clear it. O'Donnell gets to it, tries to get it to Girasol, it goes off Girasol's foot. It's going to be a free hit for Keene. Miller again off another defender's foot. Stick handles down low. Goes backhand, tries to put it towards the goal mouth. Doesn't get it there. O'Keefe for Bedford from the 15. Tries to send it up the field. Keene knocks it down, comes back the other way. Miller into the shooter's circle, towards the net. And number 5, Thatcher, Olive Thatcher, puts the ball in the back of the net off the rebound for a 3-0 Keene lead with 4:40 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. You could see it coming in. Bedford kept trying to get the ball out. Keene kept knocking the ball down, kept pushing on and mounting on the pressure. Miller kept on dragging balls into people's feet, slowing the game down in Bedford's end, and then they convert.
Absolutely, Scott.
Nelson to Miller. Miller spins at the 50. Big rip, sends it down. Goes off the foot of Poirier. It's going to be a free hit for Keene from about the 15-yard line. 18, excuse me. Miller goes far side to Scarlett Miller. She turns. Ray tries to clear it. Miller knocks it down. Advances in the shooter circle. Continues at it. And once again, Sophia Miller draws a foul on Bedford. And Keene's going to have a corner.
Well, the last time Keene had a quarter, they scored a goal. So let's see what this Bedford responds to this set play. Scott, it's really nice to see the school spirit running wild at Bedford High School. I think we have members of the football team cheering on their field hockey team.
It's good to see, Ed. You're right. Ball comes up top to Sophia Miller. Tries to find Nelson on that set play that Keene used for at least one of their goals. Denon trying to clear the ball. Just can't get enough stick on it. Nelson's there. Goes backhand into the circle as Scarlett Miller tries to get it towards the net. Poirier knocks it down. Nelson gets it back into the shooter circle. Montagano nicely defended there as she gets it, clears it, finds Julia St. Hilaire for Bedford, who's checked into the game. And Julia just can't handle the bouncing ball as it goes out of bounds. Ball at the 40. Keene with a free hit. Nelson tries to go back in towards the center of the field. McDonald's there to slow her down. Sophia Miller going at it. O'Donnell for Bedford, far side. Finds Avery Girasol. Avery Girasol comes up across the 25. She back passes on to Hodgson Rogers. Hodgson Rogers tries to find O'Donnell. at the 25. But the Keene defender cuts her off. Bellaro, once again, nice defensive play for Keene. Katane to Denon. Denon across the 40. She's trying to get the ball up the field. Jabs at it. Loses a handle. It goes up and into Keene's possession. Up across the 45. Minute 40 left. McDonald trying to get the ball up the field. Ball comes up off the stick, hits her in the head. She appears to be okay. Referee called the timeout on the field. Minute 35. Nelson for Keene. Big lift. Montagano, beautiful play as she reaches across and knocks the ball down. It's going to be a free hit for Bedford. Ray looking for an opening. Sends it up across the 50, but nobody's there. O'Donnell gives chase, trying to get the ball. They're going to call her on an obstruction. Ball goes back out to the 45 of the Bedford zone. Miller, stick handles again, inside out. Gets the ball up into the shooter circle. Katane is there. Katane brings it near side. Tries to clear it. Does catch Julia St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire gets up across the 50. Look at the Keene defender chase this ball down.
Scott,
what hustle by Avery Hilaire for Keene.
All day their defense has been playing like that, Scott.
Certainly has. As O'Donnell for Bedford gets in the shooter circle, they're going to call a foot call. Just under 30 seconds left. Keene will have the free hit. Big lift. They clear it. Up across the 40. To the 50. McDonald possesses it. Sends it downfield. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. 3-0 victory for the Keene Blackbirds over the Bedford Bulldogs. And what a great game that was.
That was
great performance by the Keene Blackbirds.
That was a great game, and I'll say this: Keene earned it. Keene earned this victory tonight. They it all started with that set play early in the game, made it 1-0, and then they scored another set play on the corner, and the entire game, Keene came to play.
Yep, certainly did. And complete standout performances from McKenna Nelson, Sophia Miller, Scarlett Miller, Avery Hilaire, Bellaro on defense. I mean, these guys really came to play tonight and certainly looked great out there with the way they really dominated at times and just would slow Bedford down. Every time Bedford started to get some offense and offensive traction, they were able to slow them down and win the ball back. So,
well, you know what, Scott? This is why we play the game, right? We have a long season ahead of us. Bedford next week is going to be playing at Memorial on Thursday, and then we're back home against Goffstown, and then we're on the road for Dover. So the next couple of games are going to be interesting, and but I'm confident in saying that both Bedford and Keene will be in the playoffs probably at the end of the year. So hopefully we get to see Keene again.
Well, Ed, thanks for your help tonight. And folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next home game.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thank you.